Speaking of the club, right? I heard you tell a story before about how Puffy, he took you to a club before, and you seen a whole lot of weird stuff going on.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, when you put my bag
Daddy, I like when you
right
scrambling
here,
and scraping for shit.
No.
Going on, y'all chill, I'm chilling.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
Rapper Exhibit has revealed Diddy's purported infatuation with gay bars in a surprising disclosure. According to Exhibit, Diddy loves it and routinely visits these clubs with his crew. Many admirers are now wondering what Diddy's genuine preferences are and what other secrets he may be keeping. How deep does Diddy's love of gay clubs go? What more does Exhibit have to say about Diddy's private life? Let us investigate.
Florida, we got invited to a Puffy party, the New Year's Eve party. Went to the party, you know.
All dudes?
Exhibit recently revealed an unpleasant incident while hanging out with Diddy and Kari Reign's superhead Steffens at a New Year's Eve party in Miami. Exhibit spilled the beans and disclosed some interesting information about Diddy's infatuation with gay clubs in an interview with Sirius Satellite's Foxhole Radio. The ex-hitmaker, real name Alvin Joyner, told how he mistakenly went to a gay venue in Miami, Florida, with the Bad Boy Records head on one occasion. Exhibit reports that the entire gay night occurred not long ago on New Year's Eve in South Beach, Florida. It all started at a home party where Exhibit was conversing with self-proclaimed video vixen Superhead, a lady Combs clearly didn't like.
You know, Puffy calls me outside. He's like, "Hey man, you know that girl you know about the girl you." I was like, "Yeah, nigga, yeah, everybody know, but you know what I'm saying? What's happening?" You know, he's like, "You know, that's the devil, man."
Puffy then put his entourage, which included Exhibit and Superhead, into a car for a silent and unpleasant journey to a club. Things took a strange turn in the West Coast rapper's story when he went to a club with Diddy and Steffens at Diddy's request. We get to this club and we walk in the back way. It's the VIP lounge, ain't nobody in there. The club is going, it's jumping, and I'm sitting there with Superhead, said X. After a while, Combs went downstairs to do his business while he and Superhead walked upstairs to fetch drinks. It was there that he began to shake in his solidly heterosexual boots.
She pointed over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. And then she pointed another direction. It's another dude over there like butt-ass naked dancing.
X goes on to add that he and Superhead were drinking their drinks and bobbing to the music when Superhead pointed to the corner. And then X had the surprise of his life when he noticed two guys kissing in the corner. X hasn't recovered from the shock yet, but Superhead pointed in another way where another dude was dancing butt-ass naked.
We take off, man. You know what I'm saying? We leave the club directly. I didn't say peace to nobody. I didn't see nobody.
X was so taken aback that he left without informing Diddy, saying, "We take off. We leave the club directly. I didn't say peace to anybody. It was suspect. You can chalk it up to being in Miami or whatever," concluded Exhibit. "But I have been in a gang of clubs. I ain't never mistakenly stepped into a club with that kind of activity." There it is. Rumors regarding the hip-hop mogul and producer known as Diddy being gay have also been circulating for quite some time. In case you missed it, Jaguar Wrights dropped a bombshell video in which she said that a friend of Diddy's at the time walked in on Diddy going hot and heavy with Christopher Williams. The incident traumatized the former employee.
Walking in, and when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff.
Jaguar went on to claim that her companion had to leave the room since the other two individuals had no intention of stopping. Now, believe it or not, 50 Cent, a well-known fellow artist, too alluded to Diddy's sexuality, saying,
"Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under the leadership of Putty Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow."
Fans are more than willing to accept 50 Cent's conclusions. "I truly believe all these rich celebrities are gay as fuck. Y'all can't tell me Diddy ain't gay. He's slipped up one too many times." 50 Cent also shared two photographs to Instagram in which he implied that Diddy and Ross were gay, then appeared to add that it would not be right if they were. One shot shows the couple performing on stage in a photo taken at such an angle that it appears they are kissing. The other photo showed Diddy wearing a pink shirt and embracing former record boss Steve Stout, who was also dressed in pink. "I'm not saying anything, but something isn't right. Elmo," 50 Cent tweeted alongside the images. However, it appears he swiftly changed his mind, as the now 47-year-old removed the message from his social networking site. Diddy has been the victim of gay accusations for years, but the one about his flavor camp, where Diddy supposedly brings his teenage music proteges, is particularly frightening. Usher, one of these young men, was just 14 years old when Ella Reed sent him to reside at Diddy's house.
Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
camp.
was called.
Well, very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it. I like when you like this, Daddy.
But it isn't all. All of the controversy surrounding Diddy's sexuality has resurfaced in an old interview with Kevin Hart in which he incorrectly claims that he and Usher used to sleep in the same bed.
My brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and
I mean, damn, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes, you know what I'm saying?
It goes without saying that alcohol can loosen the tongue and lead to more candid moments. While Diddy may have been under the influence, this does not negate the veracity of his comments. In fact, it increases the likelihood that he was telling the truth. This intoxicated blunder was also demonstrated by the ill Kim Porter herself. According to reliable sources, it was also stated by Kim that Usher's mother confronted P. Diddy about sleeping with Usher when he was only 14. There is actually a clip of the two at a party being hosted by Kevin Hart when P. Diddy slipped up and mentioned how he and Usher used to be in bed together. Not only that, but Gene Deal revealed that he was present when Diddy was shopping for homosexual adult toys.
And then he picked like quite a few of them down, and I looked up there, and it said butt plugs.
Not only that, Diddy's ex-bodyguard further revealed that Puff was often sexually fluid.
And he said, yo, Gene, watch the door, don't let nobody come through here. And I said I watched the door. If I watched the door and him and a man ran out naked.
He went on to imply that he had witnessed Diddy engaging in gay acts, saying, I know that for a fact because I was right there. He said, yo, Gene, watch the door and don't let nobody come through. I said, I'll watch the door, and while I watched the door, he and a man ran out naked. He said emphatically, I'm telling you what I saw. Not only that, but Gene Deal said that he witnessed males being set up and seduced by ladies at Diddy's events, only to end up in uncomfortable positions with white men. He stated that he used to take Diddy and his buddies to Turkish houses and that he knew what happened there even though he wasn't permitted in. In another interview, Gene stated that he went to a store with Diddy and saw Diddy obtaining butt plugs for himself and paying cash on the counter not to have his items checked.
Later on I think that afternoon, this rapper and him, they all in the room together.
He then stated that he, Diddy, and another firm flew to North Carolina in a private jet and stayed at a fancy hotel, where Diddy and the other guy shared the presidential suite.
Somebody rang the doorbell. The dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule.
The guy claimed to be Ja Rule's cousin and attempted to enter the presidential suite. Gene had been given specific instructions not to allow anyone into the room, so he told Ja Rule's cousin that he couldn't enter. Despite being warned, Gene claims the gentleman outside the door attempted to force his way into the hotel suite, even after Gene assured him that Ja Rule and Puffy were working and needed solitude.
I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. He was like, you ain't want to go in that room, because there's a lot of freakies.
The uproar had driven the two males to leave their suite naked and clutching their towels as a puzzled cousin looked on. This scene, however, clarifies what has been happening behind closed doors. Even admirers were convinced that Diddy likes males. One of them tweeted, Diddy is gay, period, no debate. On top of that, reports are spreading that Will and Diddy are notorious for holding massive gay parties where other Hollywood celebrities can do anything they want. Keith D recently said that he witnessed one of these instances back in the day and that the entire affair was strange and creepy to see.
Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, you told me before that she was at a party was weird.
It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man. You know he was gay, and I'm over. What the fuck is going on here? It's just a lot of weird shit, dude.
Things didn't stop there, though. Do you recall Will Smith abruptly going upstage and hitting Chris Rock at the 2022 Academy Awards? Guess who comes to the rescue at that precise moment? None other than Diddy. He attempts to normalize the situation by saying,
Okay, Will and Chris, we're gonna solve that like family at the gold party, okay? But right now we're moving on with love. Everybody make some noise.
It appears that Diddy had his eye on Will at the moment, as they were both seen at various gatherings together later on. A user also theorized that Will and Diddy could be dating. So, did y'all hear about the rumors that Diddy and Will Smith are either bi or gay? They have been having gay parties for the DL Hollywood stars, and they might be a couple. Listen to Jamie Foxx discussing his experience at Diddy's private party.
And it's a pool party that is ridiculous, man. And I look up and I see Dr. Ruth. I don't know if you know who that is. The sex lady.
And that's it from us today. Until next time, bye.